Swimming into oceans, all that emotion, drowning to survive. The tides inside my mind, my hands are reaching out. How can I speak about waves crashing on my body? I shiver from that cold, cold world, that old world. You'll never survive if you don't try to calm the waters on the inside. On the inside, you're the moonlight. On the outside, gotta hold tight. Then you walk on water. 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 Balance, I'm challenged. I try to shift the currents of my mind. Oh, don't suffer with the times. Don't settle for this cruel, cruel world, this old world. You'll never survive if you don't try to calm the waters on the inside. On the inside, you're the moonlight. On the outside, gotta hold tight. Let the storm pass. Then you walk on water. 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 Then you walk on water.
Solo, infine, cogialama. Okay, there we are. We're going to talk today just about the introduction for the Ecstatic Bliss Challenge, which is a great fun challenge. I'm going to stay on speaker view, and we got Camilla in the room.
Hey.
Great. I already danced a little bit, so that's fine.
I haven't slept after the water ceremony.
We'll dance a little bit in like 5 minutes. We're live on YouTube. I'm just explaining a little bit the challenge.
Okay.
And then we dance a little bit. And that's good. All right. So what happened? We just did like 3.5 days. We did 3.5 days try. That was like amazing with like, I don't know, 20 people. So that was great. But like the big thing is, what do we do after? So that's why we did this Ecstatic Bliss Challenge, kind of to help us out, like maybe find the right practices and refeeding plan that we actually want to follow. So I think I can dive into it right away. And that way you guys have the plan. So I can share my screen, show you guys a little bit, but before that, let me tell you, the idea of the Ecstatic Bliss is to focus on qualities that we want to develop in us. So the idea is like 3 qualities. I'm focusing for this Bliss Challenge on 3 qualities: discipline, willingness, and fearlessness. Yes, there's nothing to fear. We're just the same thing that's happening right now. But yeah, we have to get past this idea of like separation, like you, me, all of that. So we have to become fearless. We have to become willing, and we also have to practice a little discipline. So basically, following your schedule for the next 10 days, I'm just giving a plan, and it's for you to decide on that plan what you want. But then if you decide you want that or this, following up every day with the same routine is going to just bring more discipline in our lives. And it will give you some freedom also and clarity. In a way, I look at discipline as freedom. That's how I look at it, not as a negative term, but instead it's freedom. Like, for example, when I go to another country and I'm traveling, I will never miss my routine. Even in the airport, I'll practice my yoga, I'll practice my meditation. I'll juice even. There is no problem. But I'll always practice no matter where I am. There is no excuse. No matter where you are, you're home. So that is discipline for the next 10 days, if you want, because that way you can actually prolong that and just have it for the rest of your life. And there are many things in this program you might not like. But why? Why did I put those things you might not like? Because basically, if you want to develop willingness within you, you might want to actually do the things you don't like. To become willing means to like accept things that your little me might not like. And eventually the willingness just like flower. It's really fun. Like, for example, when you become a volunteer, if you start working with the people that you don't like, but you're willing, it's totally different. The same thing if you have an activity that you don't like to do, but you're still willing and it's just happening. That's willingness. It's just letting go of the judgment and just simply being willing, saying yes to life. And the last thing is fearlessness. That one is like the fun one. There are challenges in this little 10 days, and you're welcome to like accept some of those challenges that are socially challenging and also personally challenging. But if you accept them, that will bring some more fearlessness. Haha. So one of them, for example, then I share the screen and I'll show you the program. But one of the way to challenge yourself and develop fearlessness, especially socially, is to go barefoot for 10 days. To go barefoot everywhere you can for 10 days. Unless really extreme conditions, you can go barefoot even in the city for 10 days. And another challenge that I'm suggesting in those 10 days is to actually plan one night out. Just going out, no matter if you're living like with a garden, just camping in the garden is enough. But you can also just go and camp in the forest if you have a forest nearby. So kind of like in this challenge, there's one night that even myself in the winter, I will go out and camp. Just that one night. That's just to challenge yourself. So barefoot for 10 days, one night out camping, and I can dive into the program, but I want to say hello. I don't know, Jess is here. It's really nice. So hi. It's nice to see you. Did you shave a little bit? No?
I did.
Yeah, I noticed.
I needed a little fresh change. So
That's beautiful.
it's a small thing, but it's
it's a huge change. It's a whole different change. I noticed it immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge change. It's just like I'm letting my hair grow now, so I'm like, it's gonna be another change, but a different one. But
You're gonna have long hair.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have like the same hair as you, Jesse, soon. Just need like someone to do my dreads. So
Oh, it's hard.
I'd do it for you. If we were nearby, I'd totally do it for you.
well, I'm gonna introduce the refeeding plan for everybody that is still like that finished the challenge, that the 3.5 days, and then the practices, and then I'm good. But you guys are very nice to be here. It's nice to not be alone here. But let's just show the screen actually. Where is it at? There
You're
it
never
is.
alone.
No, never. Always with myself. I love it. So that is the plan is shared on the website as well. But basically, if you see the screen, there's just two sections, morning and evening. So there's one part of the challenge which is all about keeping up our practices that we learned maybe during the 3.5 days feast. So the morning, you can choose 6 a.m. If you prefer 5 a.m., you can do 5 a.m. or you prefer 7 a.m., you can do 7 a.m. But when you stick to 1 hour, the next 10 days, stick to that hour for 10 days and do your practices. That's very important if you have not done that already in your life. And then in the evening, if you can repeat by doing maybe another set of practices. So if you look on this document, which we shared on the challenge, you can basically click on the left side. You have access to every day, day 1, day 2, day 3, all the days. I kind of created each day a theme. So for example, the first day is probably focused on practices and sadhanas. And if you look at each day, the way it's structured is really nice. It's basically starting with like the morning routine. I'm suggesting everybody to like do cold showers and brushing of the teeth, ears. If you don't know, the neti pot is really nice. It's just like pressing the water through the nose and like with a little bit of salt in it just to like cleanse the nose area. And then you go into your practices. So usually I suggest for anybody who does not have its own sequence to start with Upa Yoga or any kind of like stretching, and then go into Surya Namaskar, and then go into some kind of routine that takes you from breath work into some chanting if you want, because listening to your voice is powerful, and then going into meditation. So these practices, I've put them here in the sheet. If you click on the left, morning 6 a.m., so you get access to those practices with a video. So each practice has a video, Surya Yoga, Shambhavi, and in the evening as well, I've got 3 practices, one from ESO, that was one of the replay of the website, the Badwanjin, which I was giving also during this 3.5-day feast, as well as a Vipassana that we gave in the last feast. So in the evening, I suggest you pick one of those 3. You pick one of them and you just follow along with them for 40 minutes. Vipassana is really powerful if you wanted to do it for 10 days. But just pick one that you want to try for 10 days. And in the morning, though, I do suggest to go at least from a stretching to a breath work to maybe a chanting into a meditation. It's kind of like taking like all of the noise in the material world and bringing and introspecting and bringing everything in slowly, going to the breath and then going into nothing. So the routine of the morning, you don't have to follow it, but I've suggested this one, and there are videos you can follow. And so to go back to what I was saying about each day, just the way I suggested it is fun, because it's like, for anybody new on a spiritual path, it's like taking the ashram at home and just like kind of practicing what we practice in the ashram. Waking up in the morning, having all of your cleansing done, and then going right away into your practice. Each day, I have set up a new mantra. So that's for you, if you've never worked with mantra, to experiment. It's really fun. Like, just pick a mantra and like try it out. Each mantra has a different like feeling. It's kind of a key. It can unlock some stuff. So basically, like, the first day is starting with the Om mantra. And as you see on the page, we also have contemplation. So the idea of this challenge is that each day, morning routine, evening routine, and then use the contemplation during your meditation in the morning. Just read basically this paragraph and then close your eyes, meditate on it. Each paragraph is kind of taken from a scripture, or it's taken from like a very amazing author that I found on my path. And one last thing, I'm offering at the evening, just before bed, a little music that really I was listening to on this path, which kind of is nice, opening up like different doors within your mind. And a little surprise, you don't have to do it, but you can do it. Pretty nice each day to just discover the surprise and like be like, okay, I'll try this. So basically, this is like an interesting like format, because many of us, we all have a like, you know, we have our routine, we have our thing, and we don't want to step out of our routine. We're very rigid. And that is the goal of this challenge, is to develop like willingness to change and fearlessness. So imagine just 10 days walking barefoot. One night you're going to camp out, and on top of that, you have like a whole program of practices that are going to take you onto this willingness journey to kind of let go of the rigidity of the mind, thinking that we know what we need to do always. So yeah, it's taking the ashram with you, because in an ashram, you don't really do what you want to do. You do things for the greater good, which means sometimes not doing what it is you think you should do. Each day, a different little like mantra, a different contemplation. I think it's really fun. It doesn't take too much time. Each practice is like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, morning and evening. And that's it for the practices. I invite you guys to discover this program. It's got day by day, everything really like nicely put together. And for the mantra, I've also added at the bottom a section for mantras that explains you exactly the reason why those mantras exist and what they mean. Each syllabus, like each vowel, you can discover them. And yeah, so there's about 10 mantras. So that's about it for the practices. And at the bottom, I put a link to the repeating menu. So I guess that's good. I can do a pause just to see if you guys are like already sleeping. No, you're like practicing. That's good. Look at them. They're beautiful. They're practicing. We should all practice. Okay, let's all do it together. Yeah, we can do it together. Let's do it with everybody.
I'm doing what Jesse's doing, you know?
Yeah, I got it.
Those squats.
Let's do it. That's great. How many do we do? 21?
You just stop when he stops.
I've been doing 15 or 20 of each of these. It's my calisthenics routine. Been on meetings all morning.
I like it.
So now I'm gonna do these ones. Where you lay down and
All right. Now I'll show the repeating menu.
Put some music on, Fabi.
What?
Put some music on. I'm free. Today I'm free. It's Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, that's so nice. Yay.
I know. I haven't slept.
So yeah.
I'm looking forward to read some books.
Okay, so let's see. The repeating menu is for everybody who's been doing the 3.5 days feast. So there it is. I've made it so that you can choose between sweet and salty as a path. So basically, some of us want to mix, we can mix. And then I've added liquid add-ons. So the idea is like just having a focus each day on like maybe it's not a mono diet, but it kind of is just not mixing too many things, especially for the first few days going back toward refeeding. So the idea is like, for example, I also added a grocery shopping list for those who actually want to go through the whole program. But each day, as you could see, day 1, for example, so like it could be like now, depending on what time it is for you, just go on those melon juice, you know, like I suggest the watermelon, but I don't have it here. I do have the honeydew and the other one. So basically using watermelon as your first day. And I really suggest to use our nut bags, our juice bags, because it's much more fun when you can like touch the fruit as well and play with it. So for anybody who's more like into the salty, I think you can look at the celery juice or the carrot juice, for example. It might be more soothing for some. And then each day I'm adding a liquid add-on. So for example, like you would have your juice at 1 hour, and then throughout the day, you just keep on drinking the liquid add-on. So I just put coconut water, for example. And coconut water is something you can just drink throughout the day. And that could be for the whole 10 days. On day 2, we go into like a different melon, like cantaloupe. And I'm not actually mixing the cantaloupe with any other fruits because I was trying to like stick to like one fruit mostly at the beginning. And then for those who prefer salty, you can go with more like a celery juice, you know, celery lime, maybe juice. And I'm adding another liquid add-on, lemongrass tea. Of course, there's the herbal teas that we created with the alkaline challenge, that all of them are good to add. And yeah, so I mean, you can go through the list basically, just day 3 lemon juice or apple juice. And the idea is that slowly you're just you're making it thicker or like more denser. So for example, then we go into like sugar cane as an add-on. Like day 4, I'm starting to go more toward like, you know, pineapple or black grapes type of juices. For those who like salty, I'm going into cilantro and cucumber. I'm starting to mix those juices. And I'm adding on like cacao, like almond milk, maybe cacao, whatever, which starts to be a little bit more heavy. So that's on day 4, you know, so it's like taking your sweet time. And day 5, you can start like, you know, bringing a little bit more of like heavier like papaya juices. It might be a little bit thicker, like or mango. Tomato, for example, tomato juice for those who prefer the salty options. And I know that some people want to go directly into like, you know, some solids. So that's why I waited until day 5 to start introducing solids. In terms of solid, what I'm offering first is to go with like, you know, some dips, simple, like beetroot, almond dip or something like that. And then in terms of if you want to stay on juices, but heavier because you don't want to juice so much, you can go on smoothies. So like on smoothies, I'm suggesting like the mango coconut smoothie, which is great, and eau de cucumber juice. I'm adding some new things like a shot for those who want to have a little boost in the morning, the seawater turmeric shot, which is amazing. And eventually after day 7, now it starts to be a little bit denser. So you're welcome to like go and play around with this recipe. The blueberry smoothies are like signature Pranic Family. So it's an amazing one. And for those who want like more like warm and cooked, then you can go into like sweet potato soup, adding a little bit more like density, spinach mushroom soup, really good one by the way. But this one can also be very light. It doesn't have to have like any kind of like almond milk or creamy thing in it. And I'm adding on like a blueberry milk because it's really nice, the blueberry. So it's almond milk with blueberries. Same thing as the cacao milk. You can just sip on it throughout the day. Day 8, going directly into like more heavy smoothie like spinach and mango. And for those who want solid options, then I'm going into like the mango salad, spicy mango, or spinach mango salad. So I'm using mango a lot in this menu. And then day 9 and then day 10, this is when you guys can go crazy, especially those who want to be fruitarian. Enjoy yourself with some like banana chocolate sauce on top of bananas, and like I've had this amazing recipe, and then the peanut butter banana ice cream for those who really want to go if you're in a hot country, for example, for those in Brazil. And those who want heavy again, then I'm suggesting going toward like more like raw tabbouleh, like going toward more raw food and trying to stick to that. And finally, the last day is the crazy day. Go crazy if you wanted to go solid. Do those apple burgers, they're really nice. Or sushi rolls, raw sushi rolls. And I'm also adding the raw avocado hummus. So it's not like I'm going crazy on the menu either. I stay with the raw food, but you can pick. That's basically the idea. You can pick what you want. You can start with the just simple juice. Maybe if you want to stay on liquid diet, I really suggest you try to stick to it for yourself. Put a goal and do like 2 months maybe on liquid. And look at the menu. You can use almond milk if you need a little bit more density some days, and go back on the juice and go back onto a milk, or try to like feel it the way you want it. And you'll notice that the heavier maybe is no longer so attracting. So it's up to you. Or it may well be very attractive. Okay, I think I've presented the whole plan. So basically the idea is like having practices morning and evening, and then trying to stick to whatever menu you want, but stick to it. Try for 10 days. Remember, this challenge is about willingness, number 1. It's about discipline, and it's about fearlessness. 10 days barefoot and 1 night out camping. We're not meeting every day on this challenge. We'll be only meeting 3 times. One more time, it's on the website. We're meeting one more time on day 4, just for like a little ecstatic dance together for an hour. And then we're meeting on day 9 for a little like sad song about the different contemplation that I was offering in this challenge, especially talking about the bhutas, the 5 elements. And on day 10, we'll just do a sharing circle. So whoever is going to be watching this on replay and wants to join, it would be really nice if you come join the chat. There's a chat button on the website. And also let us know what's going on with your plan in terms of the refeeding. And also join, if you can, the ecstatic dance on day 4 so we can also have some fun. That's about it. I hope it wasn't too long. And I will wrap it up because our friends are dancing around. So we'll just do a little dancing and then we can wrap it up. How about that?
I came here just for the dance.
Yeah, I kind of understood that. Thank you so much.
It's a
Just
great
kidding.
wrap up. There you got
Yeah.
FABI. I think that's really well put together. And I know for myself, after I did my first 4-day dry fast, then I did committed to 30 days of staying liquid. And that's what helped me transition to liquiditarianism, is that just the way you laid it out, you know, mostly liquids, maybe a little thicker here or there, but you know, for 30 days or so.
Yeah, of course, everybody should do that. At least maybe 2 months, but 30 days is nice.
Yeah, if people want to go there, it's a way to make it happen.
Okay,
So,
come on, let's dance a
great job.
little bit, just for the fun of it. We have a song from Camilla.
Mona Lisa, that's from you.
You want Mona Lisa?
Isn't that Mona Lisa?
No, it's
What is
not.
that? What is
It's
it?
our era star Rush.
Oh, you can put on, yeah, put on whatever you like.
You want to put Mona
My
Lisa
phone
on?
might die. It's really close
Ask
to
Jesse, maybe Jesse's song.
Well, I don't have a. Oh, wait, do you have music on you? No.
I have some on my phone.
Oh, well,
But,
maybe, but it's not
my
going to play, or is it? It
My
could
phone is
play.
about to die
Oh,
right
well,
now.
let's
It's not
play
playing
this
yet,
one.
but I could try to put something. Let's
Try
see.
it, why not? If
see
it
what we
works,
get.
it's good.
I just sent you some random songs one day, Fabi. I like that No Rush, but it's too much of it.
Fatumata?
I
There
said
you go.
No Rush is too much. I think.
Okay.
I'm
let's just
listening to it too
say
much.
Be Love or Fatumata.
Just choose one, doesn't matter.
Okay, okay, it's fine. Let's just dance, Jesse. We'll play. Otherwise, differently next time. Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah.
talk to you this evening on the subject of the spectrum of love.
And we'll wrap it
We
up.
know that from time to time there arise among human beings people who seem to exude love as naturally as the sun gives out heat.
This is where I am, and I'm all that. This is where I am, and I'm all that. Love has spoken to me, and it said, welcome home, now be free. And this is where I am, and I'm all that. This is where I am, and I'm all that. And love has spoken to me, and it said, welcome home, now be free. This is where I am, and I'm all that. This is where I am, and I'm all that. 'Cause love has spoken to me, and it said, welcome aboard, now be free. And this is where I am, and I'm all that. All that I see is me. Love has spoken to me, and it said, welcome home, now be free. She said, be be free, be free, be loved, be loved, 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 be free, be free. God said, be loved, be loved, be free, be free, be loved, be loved. Now set yourself free.
All right. Thank you so much. That was great. See you later.
Be love. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
See you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yay. Bye bye. Ciao.